This is a great hamstring series. There's going to be 3 different exercises, and the way this one will work is you'll do the first exercise, immediately followed by the second exercise, immediately followed by the third exercise. So we call it the triple threat, because these 3 different movements in a row really work the back of the legs, the hamstrings, as your primary muscle group. The calf muscles will be a secondary muscle group, and the hips and glutes will also be involved as well. So the first and third movement often can easily be confused, so there's just a slight distinction. So I'll kind of walk you through it. Maybe watch the video one time through just to get an overview, and then go back to the beginning of where we start the exercise and do it along with me. You really get the feel for how this works. Okay, so breaking these 3 exercises down. The first one, our legs are going to be straight. Both feet will be on the top center of the ball, and we're just going to call this a bridge. Your hands can be out to your sides. I tend to put them here on my chest, wherever's comfortable for you. Straight legs, we're just going to bring the hips all the way up and then back down. Straight leg all the way up and back down. There's no movement at all in the knees. So that's the first exercise. All 3 of these movements, you can range somewhere between 8 and 20 repetitions. Maybe with the first time you go through this, start with 8 repetitions. So we have the hip, we have the bridge, straight legs. Without rest, the feet are going to stay exactly in the same spot, top center of the ball. Now we're going to do the hamstring curl. This time, we're just going to, from the heels, bending at the knees, we're going to roll the ball toward the hips and glutes. So now we're moving at the hips and the knees. So those 2 are pretty distinctly different. That's your second exercise. Your third exercise will be the first one where your feet are not on the top center of the ball. You're just going to push that ball forward a little bit. Now your feet, instead of the heels, you're going to actually, the bottom of your shoe will be touching. And we're just going to roll, lift the hips up, and roll the feet down. Now I'm on just a little bit of a slippery surface, so the ball might be shooting out from underneath occasionally. If you're on maybe like a really fine, soft carpet, that ball might shoot out a little bit. So just find a surface where you can put your feet on the top third of the ball, so not directly on top center, but the top third, the bottom of your shoes, and you'll just roll straight down. Bring the hips up and roll your heels toward the ground. You're not going to go super far. It's not like they're going to touch the ground. But those 3 movements in a row really engage those hamstrings very well. Very protective and safe for the low back. Everybody's going to be unique and different, so just make sure as you go through there's no issues with the low back. If you're having any back pain, I would definitely wait for that to subside before doing this series of exercises. As always, if you have any questions, send me an email or a text message and we'll walk through them together.